Namaste. Namaste and welcome to chair yoga today on this not quite so sunny, but it's a bit sunny. It's a brilliant spring morning. The cuckoo has been heard around the garden and there is definitely the air of spring in the air. So with that in mind, our practice is going to be around creating the firm foundations from which we can grow over the rest of this year. So bringing yourself to a comfortable seated position and just allowing yourself to sit as tall as feels comfortable. So without gripping or holding or forcing, allow the spine to find an upright orientation, resting the hands, maybe closing your eyes if you feel comfortable doing that, or gazing gently downward if you prefer. Take a moment to step into your yoga space. This is particularly important when you're practicing at home. Take a moment to step away from the rest of your day, your week, the rest of the things around you, and create a little sanctuary of stillness in which you can practice your yoga. Notice how your body's feeling today. Notice the areas that feel perhaps a little stiffness or holding. And notice too at least one area of the body that feels comfortable, soft, at ease. Bring your awareness to the breath that you're breathing right now. Observe your natural breath. Notice which part of your body moves first as you inhale. And then at the end of your next exhalation, just gently engaging across your navel to help that exhale more fully. Breathing deeply into the sides of the body, the back, the chest. And breathing out long and slow and deep and complete, using that gentle abdominal control. Breathing into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. And breathing out slowly, deeply, completely. Keep going in this rhythm. We're priming our bodies for practice by generating or absorbing as much prana from our outward environment as we can, galvanizing the strength and courage and commitment at the center of the body for an awesome yoga practice. At the end of your next exhalation, gently drawing your chin towards your chest if that feels comfortable for neck rolling. If not, using a neck limbering of your choice. Rolling one ear to the shoulder, chin to chest, and opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Side to side. Exploring the connections between the neck, the jaw, the ear, the temple, the shoulder, the chest, the back of the body as well. Feel all of the parts connected to each other, nothing moving just on its own. If you have an area that needs a little bit of work, feel free to stop there and breathe a little or work around that area itself. If you want to, you can do circling with the head. And making sure to reverse that rotation as well. Whenever you're ready, returning back to center, blinking the eyes open if they've been closed, relaxing the arms down to the side and just gently rolling the shoulders. Whew, that feels really good today. Perhaps you can still maintain that awareness of the connections down the neck and into the jaw, rolling the opposite direction as well. Fantastic stuff. And here we're going to relax the arms for a moment and take the feet a little wider. So we've got a firmer base. And if you want to, you can sit a little further back onto your chair as well. So we want to have a firmer base in the legs so that we can do a little bit more moving with the upper body. So let's start by resting the hands on the legs wherever is comfortable and rolling the chest around the base of the body. So making circles with your heart. If you want to, you can also use your head. Try to avoid sticking your head in one direction and keeping your neck still. Let's go the opposite way as well. A little firmness in the belly here. You might feel the sides of the body working as well. Lovely, wibble wobble and back to center. Excellent stuff. So we're going to start with our right arm, so softening the right elbow and making nice big circles with the right arm. And you can start small if you want to, it's not a problem. Your circles can develop, or you might just feel like going straight into a nice big circle suits you, or keeping them small throughout might suit you as well. See if you can allow the sides of the body to connect with the movement of the arm and the shoulder. Feel the shoulder blades sliding across the back. Feel the openness in your chest, little firmness in the belly as you make your circles, making the head move as well. Going in the opposite direction too. You can start small if you started small. You can go straight into big ones if you want to. And firming in the center. And if you find a little place where it just feels good to spend a few more breaths or make some small movements, you can do that as well. We'll do one more in this direction. And resting down. Feel free to stay working with a particular area if that's what you're doing. And then softening the left elbow, doing the same thing on the left side. Just starting with some circles, exploring what feels good underneath the armpit, down the sides of the body. And when you're ready, with the firmness of the feet and the belly, you can make bigger movements into the sides of the body. The shoulder itself doesn't have to move anymore. The arm doesn't have to move anymore, but perhaps the head is part of your movement and the sides of your body, your belly muscles, nice and firm. Feeling free to stop if you have a little niggle and work with it in an area, trying to release. And whenever you're ready, reversing that rotation. Nice firmness, nice steadiness. Feeling the connections between the movement of the arm, the shoulder blade, the sides of the body. And then bringing yourself back to steadiness in the middle. Here, just taking a moment to rest and observe. Very good. Okay, so I'm just going to turn slightly sideways on my my chair. We're going to reach the arms up over the head. They can be in front of the body. They don't need to be directly over the head. We're going to reach and then imagine we're grabbing something, and as you grab it, pull it back towards you, widening the elbows and looking up. Lovely stuff. Reaching ahead, maybe the chin a little bit down or head in a neutral position, and then pulling that thing, that imaginary thing, back towards you, elbows wide. Smashing stuff. Reaching up and forward, scooping the belly in, and as you draw the elbows back, opening the chest, lifting the chin. Let's do 2 more. Reaching forward and drawing back. Last one. Reaching forward and drawing back. Very good. And here, just turning the palms upwards and letting the arms float down to the sides. A little shrug of the shoulders from side to side. Brilliant stuff. Okay, continuing on our theme, but we want to maybe just a little bit of action for the hips. So feet nice and wide, knees soft, and rolling the knees together and apart. I need to bring my feet a little closer together because I've got knobbly bits that stick up in the chair. So if you are adapting to your chair, feel free to move inwards or outwards. So all we want here is the knees to roll together and apart, and a little bit of action through the ankles as well. And we can go in the opposite direction as well. So we're rolling the thigh bones, the femurs, in their sockets here in the hips, which is nurturing. It's a very soft, gentle movement with no loading. So we're not asking too much of the joint here. Coming back to center, we're going to, I'll dispense with that block because it's not necessary. We're going to find ourselves towards the edge of the seat with the knees nice and wide again, and doing some side bending now. So taking the right hand wherever is comfortable, it could be on the right thigh, on the right hip, or touch the right side of the knee, of the chair rather. We're going to reach the left arm up, firm in the belly, and then reach over to the right side. Very good. We're going to bring that hand back to center. So just reaching straight out from the shoulder, and then draw the left elbow towards the right knee. So we fold and twist at the same time. Breathing in as you reach the arm back out to the side. Breathing out as you reach over. Breathing in back to the center. And breathing out, elbow to knee. Let's see if we can add an element to this. So as you breathe in, turn the palm upwards, and as you breathe out, reach the fingertips all the way over. As you breathe in, the palm is still turned upwards, and as you fold, bring the little finger side of the hand over the body, so you get a little bit more rotation. Breathing in back to the center. Breathing out, up and over. Breathing in, back to the center, little finger leading. Breathing out, elbow towards the knee. One more. Breathing in. Breathing out, nice and firm in the belly and the feet. Breathing in, and little finger leading as you breathe out. Back to the center. And release the arms down to the side, wiggle the shoulders or anything else that might need a wiggle. Maybe it's just me having done 2 sessions of yoga already today, but my shoulder really felt that. Okay, so left hand can rest on the leg, the hip, or the side of the chair. We're going to breathe in as we take the, as we lift the right arm up, and then breathe out as we side bend over to the left. Breathe in back to the center, and breathe out, draw the right elbow to the left knee, or in that general direction. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out, reaching over. Breathing in back to center, firm belly, firm feet. Breathing out, elbow to knee. Remembering the position of the hand, breathing in, palm turned up. Breathing out, reaching over to the left side. Breathing in, palm turned up. Breathing out, little finger leads elbow to knee. Breathing in. Breathing out, up and over. Breathing into center, really firm in the belly. Breathing out, elbow to knee. We'll do one more. Breathing out, up and over. Breathing in back to the center. Breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in back to the center and just turning the hands. Breathing out as we float them down. Relax the breath. Make any wiggles that you feel that you need to wiggle. Aces. And then we're going to do a gentle forward bend, but in a slightly different way from normal. So sit yourself just a little bit back into the seat to offer a bit firmer support. We're going to reach the hands towards the knees and then scoop the belly in, draw the shoulder blades down and lean ever so slightly forward. So you're not really into a full forward bend, but you're tipped forward. Perhaps you can feel a little freeness in the buttocks at the back, and then just snaking the upper body from side to side. So you can bounce up and down a little if you want to, or you can just shimmer side to side with the shoulders. And just feel the sides, perhaps of the low back, lengthening one way and then the other. And press the knees away from you if it feels good to do that. And when you're ready, coming back to the center and just see if you've got room to fold a little deeper, lengthen through the back of the neck, scoop the belly in. And if you want to, you can fold all the way down. So wherever is comfortable, reaching the hands forward, if having them up, it lifts the shoulders, reach the hands forward, just let the back of the neck relax. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we're going to press the feet down, almost like you were going to stand up from here. And scoop the belly in and roll up one vertebra at a time to come back to sitting upright. When you come back to sitting, just stepping the feet a little closer together, resting the hands for a moment and allow your body to absorb all of that work, that movement, that information. Very good. Awesome stuff, guys. Let's come onto our feet for a little bit of standing action. So I'm just going to turn my chair and move it quite a long way in this direction out of the space. We are going to do a little bit of limbering, and we'll do bits and pieces and see how we go. And anyone who's taking care of hips, I will try and give you modifications, but if you need to rest out of something, then just rest out. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is stand sideways onto our chairs, using the chair for support. The leg that's furthest away from the chair is the one that we're going to use. So don't worry if it's your left or your right. I will be using my left leg. Hand onto the hip. And we're going to point our left toes forwards, or the outside leg toes forwards, and just draw a circle around the back with the toes backwards and forwards. Here, try a little softness in your standing leg, the one nearest the chair, and that will help to create support and strength across the pelvis so it doesn't feel like balancing on one leg. Use your chair for support as well. And if this is just too much to do, then try stepping your foot forward and then back to the center, out to the side, back to the center, and then behind you and back to the center. Okay, so a little bit of backwards and forwards. If you want to, you can take your toes off the floor to do this. And just feel, just like we did with our shoulder movements, feel the connections into the torso. And then rest the feet together. Take a moment here. We're going to do a downward facing dog as our sort of releasing posture. So we can turn to one side, walk the feet away, and keep the knees nice and soft. Extend the hips behind you, extend through the tailbone, and do a little wiggle from side to side with the bottom, with the tailbone. Let your head be in the center. The head can turn from side to side as well, of course. Look towards your chair, walk back in, and I will turn my chair to the opposite side, but hopefully you have the opportunity just to do this on the other side. So again, supporting the opposite side now, pointing the toe forward of the leg that's furthest away from the chair, drawing a circle around the body on the floor. And we're looking for the biggest range of movement we can get from that hip. A little softness in the standing leg to provide support through the pelvis. For anyone who wants to, you can simply step forward and back to center, out, back to center, and back, or even behind the body and back to center. And if you want to take your toes off the floor, you can also do this with the toes off the floor. If that feels comfortable, if it doesn't feel like it's pulling too much on your hip. Good job. Or your back. Smashing stuff. So let's just do one more on this side. And then floating the feet back together. And this time to do our counter pose, instead of doing a downward facing dog, we're going to do a chair pose. So face towards your chair and feet nice and comfortable, sort of hip distance apart, and simply sit the bottom down like you were about to sit into a chair. Keep your weight into your heels. You can even take your toes off the floor if that helps. And here, just rolling the pelvis forwards and backwards, just a little. So the knees are bent, the heels are active, the belly muscles active, just tucking the tailbone under, backwards and forwards, and coming back to center, lengthening the legs. Taking a moment, I'm going to swap to the opposite side again. Woohoo! Exciting times. Okay, so this time, if you got on okay with this action, but you know that you're taking care of a hip, you can continue to do that, or you can try this one. So hands onto the hips, a soft knee, standing leg a little bit soft as well to encourage that strength, and then making circles with the knee that's furthest away from the chair. So a little bit. Now the alternative for this, keep going if you're doing it standing up, is to sit on your seat and just provide yourself with a little bit of extra support, holding onto the seat and allowing the weight of the side of the body that's standing to be taken on the seat instead of on the foot, and doing the same action on both sides. Okay, so if you're doing hip circles going the opposite way as well, fantastic stuff. Feeling a little inner strength here from the belly muscles and that standing leg, just a touch of softness. And when you're ready, stepping both feet together, because I imagine by now your hips are feeling, or the legs are feeling like, woohoo! Yes, oh, that's what we're for. Okay, let's do our downward facing dog as the stretch out. So facing the chair, walking the feet away, a little lengthening of the tailbone, soft in the knees, and just paddling through the legs if that feels good, or you can simply extend through one leg and then bend both knees a little and extend through the opposite leg. Okay, you can hold with both legs extended if you're feeling really fly in the back of the body. To come up, a little softness in the knees, walk towards your seat, take your time while I change my seat to the opposite side. Fantastic stuff. And then we're ready to do the same thing on the other side. So if you prefer the seated variation, or if you want to do a straight leg variation, you can choose these ones. Otherwise, a little softness in the standing leg, one closest to the chair, and then making circles with the opposite knee. Firm in your belly. You can make your circles as wide or as intricate as you like. You could make figure of eights if you wanted to. We do those in like downward facing dog in the mat classes. Very similar practice. Opposite way around as well. So reversing that motion. And just noticing where you feel resistance or clunking or clicking, trying not to press through it, but move in a way that doesn't exacerbate that sensation. When you're ready, you can float both feet back together at your chair. We're going to turn and do another one of our little chair poses. So feet are hip width apart, bending at the knees, keeping the torso upright, but bending the knees as deeply as you can with the heels on the floor, weight into the heels, and then just tucking the tailbone under a little bit, drawing the belly muscles in, squeezing the buttocks, and then tucking the tailbone long. Tucking in and out of the tailbone, backwards and forwards. And then coming back to center, lengthening the legs. Let's give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Very good. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. I'm going to change my chair all the way around here again, so that I can work with the leg that is facing the camera. Okay, so starting with your hands on your seat for our standing sequence, we're going to stand quite close to the chair, and then we're going to do that chair pose that we've just done again. So feet are hip width apart, bending the knees deeply, and here we're going to do a little bouncing if possible. So a little firmness in the belly, lengthening the legs not quite straight, and then bending them deeply again, sitting your weight into your heels. Lengthening the legs not quite straight, bending the knees again. One more time like that, bending the knees deeply, as deep as you can, and then step your left foot as far back as it goes. Take your toes to the floor, press into the back foot so both feet are long and your left heel comes, both legs are long, sorry, and your left heel comes to the floor. So I know it's a complicated transition. Check your alignment. So look between your feet, make sure that the toes of your feet are still hip width apart. Your back heel, though, will point in towards the right side of the body. No problem at all. We're going to leave the front hand, front leg, front hand, right in this case, on the chair, and then reach the left hand back behind us. So we get a little twist in the torso here, and you can use the feet and use the legs to help. A little firmness in the buttocks and in the legs by drawing the knees upwards, firming the quadriceps is useful here, as well as some belly action. So we're going to leave the right hand on the seat and watch this before you try it. We're going to bend the front knee, that's the right knee, come onto the ball of the left foot, and then press the left hand across the body as we twist. There's weight in both legs. If you want to, at this point, you can rest your left arm down on your seat and reach your right hand around behind you. So you do a little twist as well. And then we come back the way, right hand onto seat, reaching the left hand out to the left. The legs are both long, both heels down on the ground. Let's try it together, okay? So right hand on right chair, no, right hand on the chair, left arm out to the side. You've got your feet in the same position that they fell in as you step them back. We're going to bend the right knee a little, come onto the ball of the left foot and pivot on the ball of that foot. So the hips come towards the seat, press the left hand across the body, reaching towards the right side, and if you want to, you can reach your right hand back behind you so you're twisted to look behind where you were originally facing. Coming back the way, right hand to the seat, and then lengthening the legs as you turn back to the original position and reach your left hand to the left. Let's do it 2 more times, okay? So bending the right knee, coming onto the ball of the left foot, pressing the left hand across the body, firm in the belly, firm in the buttocks, reaching the right hand behind you. If you want to, just add an extra spice there. And then right hand back to the chair and turning back to the center. And 1 more time. So from straight legs, bending the right knee, coming onto the ball of the left foot, pivoting the hips and reaching the left hand across, reaching the right hand back behind you, really firm in the feet, the belly, the buttocks, and back to center again. And then here in the center, we're going to let go of the chair, turn our right toes to point forward and out, left toes point forward and out as well. Bring the hands together at the center of the chest, bend your knees, and just rock your weight a little from side to side. So this could go a little deeper if you wanted to do like a full goddess squat. You could also do this sitting if you prefer. And then once we've done a little side to side, we're going to lengthen the legs, relax the arms down, turn the feet again to point towards the chair. We're going to just make the knees nice and soft so we can take the weight onto the front foot to step the back foot to it. And then we're doing a wide-legged downward facing dog. So we're going to reach our hands to the chair, reach the feet back and wide as feels comfortable, to bend forward. And here a little bending of the knees, if that feels comfortable, to sort of sway the hips from side to side. Or you might prefer just to hold with the knees a little soft, wiggle the tailbone or wiggle the shoulders or turn the head, whatever feels good. Once you've held for a couple of deep breaths, looking towards the seat, stepping the feet towards each other and then towards the seat. Very good. When you come up to standing, just taking a moment, allow your body to absorb all of that information. So that's it's quite a feat of coordination to do this posture. I'm going to turn my chair to the opposite side so we can do the other side as well. But as we develop more awareness and more strength, then we have mobility with strength. So flexibility on its own is not useful. We need the strength and the flexibility together to make mobility. And that's what we're trying to encourage, particularly in hips at this time, anytime, but this time is good. Okay. So then coming towards the chair on this side, we're going to start in that chair posture again. So bending the knees deeply, taking the weight into the heels. You can even lift the toes up if it helps, firm in the belly, firm in the buttocks, and a little sort of bend and stretch, or stretch and bend. So not quite straight, bending a little deeper. The next time you come into your chair pose, see if you can bend just a touch deeper down, and then take your weight a little bit onto your left leg, and step your right foot back as far as it will go. The weight is in the toes in the back foot as well, and you're simply going to lengthen that heel to the floor as you straighten your front leg. So you end up with both legs straight, the hips are a little bit turned towards what is, for me, the front. For you, it might be the right side. Okay, we're going to leave our left hand on the chair, making sure that the feet are hip width apart. I managed to step mine behind. So as you look down from the chair back towards the tailbone, that your feet are hip width apart. Let's stretch out the right hand to the right. To do our little flow, we're bending the left knee, coming onto the ball of the right foot, pivoting the hips towards the left and reaching the right hand across the body. You can rest the arm down on the chair and reach the left hand back behind you. So a little sort of twisted standing position, weight in both feet, and to come out, left hand back to the chair, reaching the right arm back and lengthening both legs. Fantastic. Let's do it 2 more times. So bending the front knee, that's the left leg, coming onto the ball of the right foot, pressing the right hand across as we pivot on the hips and rest the right hand down, reaching the left hand back behind us. Firm in the belly and the buttocks, bring the left hand back to the chair and coming back to center, long arms, long legs. One more time, bending that left knee up onto the ball of the right foot, pivoting around, pressing the palm of the right hand across the body and then reaching the left hand back behind, looking if you want to, and of course that is optional. Bringing the left hand back to the chair, drawing yourself back to center, lengthening through both legs, and then turning the left toes in, making any adjustments you need to here to bring your feet wide enough with the toes pointing out to settle the hips for a little sit down into the heels and a little gentle play with the weight from side to side. And you can go side to side on your toes or on your heels or with your feet flat on the floor. It doesn't matter which of these you choose. Very good. And then lengthening the legs, relaxing the arms. We're turning the toes against the left, softness in the knees. So we've got that bounce that we can press off the back foot and stand back towards the front of the mat, front of the seat. I'm going to turn my seat around, and you can do too if you think that you can do a little bit of a deeper forward bend. Otherwise, sticking with the back of the chair. So here, we're going to take our feet wider apart. So if you're doing this variation, you want to be stood quite close to your chair. If you want to do the down dog variation, just stepping back as you did before. So nice wide feet. You're going to reach the arms up, little softness in the knees, and then firm in the belly. Stick your bottom out behind you so that you fold forward from your hips. Doesn't need to be super slow, but nice and controlled, reaching for the chair. When you come to this sort of position where you're almost parallel to the floor, you can gently bend from side to side, or you might like to fold a little bit deeper down before you bend from side to side. If you would prefer to just hold in the center, you can as well. Doing whatever feels good here. Maybe a gentle sway of the upper body from side to side. That's also good. If you're in down dog, you can do dipping the shoulders. And then to come up, we're going to press the arms long. So we lift the torso nice and high, and then draw the feet closer together by scissoring them in, scoop the belly in, step towards your seat, and then just roll up the last little bit to standing. Fantastic stuff. Brilliant, girls. Okay, so we've done these lovely standing flows, which have prepared us nicely for a little seated one as well. So coming down to your chair, sitting for what is increasingly misnamed chair yoga. Sorry, please excuse me. So we've been working a little bit with our warrior poses, and we're going to do those again today with a warrior 2 now. So we've done the warrior 1, that's what we just did. We're doing the warrior 2. And so stepping your right foot out to the right and lengthening your left leg to anywhere that feels good away from your right knee. Here, don't worry too much about twisting, but if you can generally have your chest facing in the same direction as the seat, then that's great. Reaching your arms out to the side. Firm the feet into the floor and feel like you're drawing your thigh bones into their sockets with just a gentle lift into the belly and the buttocks. We're going to breathe in, reaching the arms up, maybe even looking up, drawing the hands together, and breathing out the arms down to the sides. Very good. Breathing in, doesn't matter if the hands come forward of the head or over the head. Breathing out, look over your right palm, palms turned upwards this time. Breathing in and up, looking up or looking forward. Breathing out, hands out to the side, and we'll just do one more. Breathing in and breathing out. Here, we're going to do something slightly different with our arms. So allowing the left arm to come forward to the right, almost twisting the torso forward as well. And then imagine you're drawing a bow. Draw your left hand back towards you and lift your right arm up. So left hand comes to your jaw, elbow back down, beautiful. And then back to just center, normal. Okay, we'll do it 2 more times. So reaching the left hand forward, there's a twist in the torso, firm belly, firm buttocks, firm feet. draw your bow open, aim for something high. And then back to center. Last one, drawing the left arm forward, a little twist in the torso, drawing your bow open and back to the center. And then here, relaxing the arms, bending the left knee, just sliding it in towards you. And then we're just going to pirouette, no we're not, we're going to tiptoe our feet round to the center. And we're going to twist to the opposite side. So taking the arms wide, knees-ish together, right hand to the left leg, left hand behind us, roll the shoulder blades down, and then just turning the shoulders or the head, whatever feels good, around to the left side for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Return to center, and we do the whole thing to the other side. So having your left leg out to the left, with the foot supported by the knee supported by the foot, stretching the right leg away from it so that you can perhaps just have your chest pointing in the same direction as your chair seat, but without any real tension in the body. Reaching the arms nice and wide. We're firm in the feet, drawing I always forget this word, thigh bones into the hip sockets. Feeling that lift through the belly and the buttocks. Inhale as you look up, reaching the arms forward or over the head, and exhaling, look over the left hand, shoulder blades coming down the back. Inhaling up, firm in the belly. Exhaling down, looking over the left hand. Inhaling up. Exhaling down, and just one more. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Now 3 times drawing our bow. Take the right hand round underneath the body to the left, and then draw your right elbow back, hand left arm up to draw your bow back to center. Firm belly, firm buttocks, firm feet. Reach the right hand forward to the left, and then draw open your bow. One last time from center, reaching the right hand forward, and draw open your bow. And gently releasing here in the center, relax the arms to the side, slide the right heel back towards you, bring the knees towards each other, and then tiptoe your feet round to the center, and we'll twist to the right, taking the arms wide. Take the left hand to the right thigh and the right hand behind you. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, lengthen through the back of the neck. Twist the shoulders and the head towards the right as much as feels comfortable for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Maybe one more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Returning the head to the center first, then the arms just unwinding a little bit. And we'll finish with a forward fold. So sitting with your weight a little bit further back into your seat. Actually, you know what we might do? We might draw the knees into the chest one at a time as well. So left knee into the chest, hug it towards you or underneath the thigh, and just roll the foot at the ankle a couple of times in each direction. Use your belly muscles as well. And release that foot down, coming back to sitting upright, and then drawing the right knee in or the right thigh in, rolling the foot at the ankle a few times in each direction. Just settling here, hugging that leg in, and then down. And then we'll do a forward bend. Breathing in as you reach the arms up, and then breathing out. We'll take the hands down to the knees first, scoop the belly in, round the body forwards as the hands slide down the legs and we fold over our legs. Relax the back of the neck. If it feels comfortable, you can shake the head gently no, really slowly, and nod the head gently yes. Take one last deep breath in and out.
Then press the feet into the floor, almost like you're about to stand up. Scoop the belly further in, roll up to sitting. Take a moment here to bring the hands to Namaste. Lift the chest, take the chin gently towards the chest. Allow yourself to smile or turn the corners of the mouth upwards. And when you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands, opening your eyes. Awesome sauce, guys. Relaxation now. Okay, so grab anything that you need for relaxation, doing it as quietly, gently as you can. Put on your layers, put on your blankets. And if you need to shake anything out or give anything a last wiggle while you're getting ready, then feel free to do that. This is always the point in the class where my teacher says, anyone wants to do a handstand or a headstand, this is your chance. And I often think to myself, no, I'm exhausted. I want to lie down on my back. So there we are. I'm sure there are some very acrobatic people somewhere doing lots of handstands, but not me at the end of the class anyway. Okay, so bringing yourself into your comfortable seated pose and settling yourself really far back into your seat so you can really relax. We've done a lot with our postural muscles today, with our core abdominal muscles, the ones in the back of the body like the quadratus lumborum, and with our buttocks and thighs and shoulders. So let everything relax. Find a really comfortable spot. And when you do, bring your body to stillness. Before we begin a relaxation proper, just open your mouth a little bit and wiggle your jaw from side to side. And closing the mouth and swallowing deeply to relax the tongue. Taking a few deeper breaths, sighing as you exhale. Deep breath in. Let all of your effort go. A deep breath in. Let your muscles begin to relax. Last breath in. Surrender your weight down into the floor, into the seat. Allow your breath to fall into its natural rhythm, falling away into quietness. Take your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften and spread. Feel the area around your eyes relaxing. Your mouth, tongue, jaw releasing. Allow the whole of the back of the body to feel really heavy, warm, supported, and releasing down. At the front of your body, become aware of the touch of air on your face. The weight of your hands against your legs. The sensation of your clothes moving on your skin as you breathe.
Allow your breath to find a natural, deep, slow rhythm. Bring your awareness down to your feet and mentally repeat after me. I relax my toes and feet. I relax my toes and feet. My toes and feet are relaxed. I relax my legs and knees. I relax my legs and knees. My legs and knees are relaxed. I relax my hips and buttocks. I relax my hips and buttocks. My hips and buttocks are relaxed. I relax my back and spine. I relax my back and spine. My back and spine are relaxed. I relax my abdomen and chest. I relax my abdomen and chest. My abdomen and chest are relaxed. I relax my hands and fingers. I relax my hands and fingers. My hands and fingers are relaxed. I relax my arms and elbows. I relax my arms and elbows. My arms and elbows are relaxed. I relax my neck and shoulders. I relax my neck and shoulders. I relax my face and head. I relax my face and head. My face and head are relaxed. I relax the whole of my body. I relax the whole of my body. My whole body is relaxed. I relax my thoughts and mind. I relax my thoughts and mind. My thoughts and mind are relaxed. My mind is like an ocean without waves. Its crystal clear waters are calm and deep. I dive into that ocean of infinite peace. And relax. 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 Om. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe rolling the wrists, rolling the ankles if it feels good to do that. When you feel ready, taking a long, deep breath in, stretching. Oh, stretching the arms and the legs, maybe stretching the face in a yawn, maybe stretching the sides of the body. Whatever feels good. When you're ready, you can gather yourself in and place the hands over the center of the chest. And just take a moment to notice how your body feels now after your practice. Perhaps you can feel the beginnings of a new strength developing. Perhaps that stretching has alerted you to something that needs a little release, or perhaps you're feeling quiet and peaceful in places that you weren't before. Whatever it is, just observing the effect, allowing that inner courage and resilience and strength that we've been building to blossom forth onto your face like a smile. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you very much for joining in this practice, for bringing all of your great energy and commitment to it. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.